JY's is back, testing out the audio. Testing out the audio. Yeah, sounds like it works to me. So where was I? So basically, I was saying before I had to end the live stream because for some reason the microphone wasn't picking up the audio. I was watching one what I call a stare down in it. So you know, like when the boxers they weigh in and that, and then man they have to stand up next to each other, and basically they call it a stare down or whatever in it. But yeah, they basically stand toe to toe. But on this occasion, I don't know if they was about to stand toe to toe, but anyway, they was like arm's length distance away from each other. There's a guy called Shane Mosley, he's a boxer, and he was about to go and fight some guy called, I think his name was like Rodriguez or something like that. It was either Spanish or Portuguese or something like that. Anyway, they're standing up opposite each other now. And Shane Mosley, for some reason, his girlfriend or his wife was standing in between them. Like usually it's an official, innit? And it's usually a man, innit? But anyway, this chick was standing in between them and it happened to be the guy's girl. And she's bent over. And the other guy, the Rodriguez guy, or whatever his name was, the Spanish or the Portuguese guy, when she bent over, he looked at her and he slapped her bum. And I said, oh my days, like, first of all, why are you even slapping a woman's bum? And second of all, blood, do you know the implications? Do you know what trouble you could get yourself into for touching a woman inappropriately? Blood, this thing is not a fucking joke. God forbid a man touched a gal and he got slapped on the sex offenders register. You know, like when you're on them things there, you're scarred for life, you know. Now you can't do no jobs where you're interacting with definitely vulnerable people, i.e. children, or you know what I'm saying. But even if you're not, even if you just interact with the general public, if they run a CRB check on you, you're fucked. You're fucked. Like me, my criminal record, because I ain't no saint. I'm Jay Wise, I ain't Jay Saint. I got pure assaults, and that. Me, I'm a man, I used to take things beyond an argument. Well, I never even used to argue with people. I'll just move to you, innit? So I got pure assaults on my criminal conviction and that. But like that stuff like that, that won't stop me from getting a job. But if you get slapped on the sex offenders register, you're fucked. Like nobody cares. The thing about the sex offenders register as well, nobody cares what it was. Like certain men are on a sex offenders register just for slapping a woman's bum. I'm not saying it's a minor, but obviously we don't need to say, but there's worse things that a man could do to get himself on that. But when you get slapped on that register, as soon as you're on that register, nobody gives a fuck. No one's asking, oh, so what did you actually do? No, you're on that register. That's it. You've been tarnished with that brush and you're fucked. You're fucked for life. And I'm sure when you get on that register, there's no, oh yeah, after 10 years it gets wiped off. No. This ain't 3 penalty points on your license for speeding. Nah, this is something I swear you're on that register for life. And all because a man just touched a girl and that. That's mad. That is mad. Like apparently now they're talking about they don't want men to, so they don't want men to go up and approach women no more, apparently. Obviously they made it a law where you can get done for sexual harassment or whatever in it. And I'll assume if you get done for sexual harassment, i.e. going up to a girl and talking to her, if you get done for that, if you get nicked, they're going to slap you on the sex offenders register. Again, if you get put on that register, no one's asking, oh, what was it for, whatever. No, nobody gives a fuck. Once you're on that sex offenders register, you're fucked, bro. You are fucked. Because apparently a lot of women are like, I see women go on like these podcasts and this nonsense and that. Nice looking girls. See, this is the thing that I don't fucking understand. Yeah, like women are so backwards in it. Like they want their cake, but they don't want to eat in it. They don't understand themselves. So you got girls that will jump on podcasts and that, and moan that they're getting catcalled left, right, and center, innit? Boom, 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 boom. Right. So you don't want to get catcalled left, right, and center, innit? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I hear that, innit? Yeah. But then don't dress provocatively, innit? Now, don't get it twisted though. Us, man, we can even see a girl with a COVID mask, innit? And we're still trying to hold that, innit? But let's talk pre-COVID times, innit? Yeah, when no one's walking around with a mask and that. And you know what? I would even go as far as to say as a woman could be looking like a tramp or whatever, innit? Yeah. All right, cool. So you want to complain, which is fair, that if you're not going out looking like that, you shouldn't get catcalled and that. That's cool, innit? Yeah. But then why are you on Instagram every other day, every week, posting up selfies just to get likes and that? You want attention, innit? Why do you go to the club, dress a certain way for attention, but then you're gonna go and give everyone airtime? Any man that comes up to you, you're not gonna give him your number. Why have you got an OnlyFans account? These are the same chicks that will moan that men are approaching them, men are following them down the street. Women in the Middle East don't have this problem, you know. Do you know why? Because they don't put themselves on show like that. Now, don't get twisted. I'm not saying woman for cover herself up head to toe, innit? But like and even in that same breath, so you got girls going out of their way to get their asses enlarged, but you don't want a man to move to you. Like, come on, man. How are you going out of your way to get your ass enlarged, taking all these pictures where you're standing with one foot in front of the other to make your bum look big and that, but then you don't want man to holler at you down the street? That don't make no sense. And you know what? In about a year's time, maybe between now and 5 years' time, possibly, if enough reports get made and that, it will be illegal to go up to women in the street and approach them. Oh, well, anyway, because most girls these days ain't even giving out their number anyway, so what's the fuck? Who cares, innit? But women will have a problem with that anyway. So they'll moan right now and say, you know, I'm getting catcalled left, right, and center. Men are following me down the street. But then women are not allowed to talk to women on the street, and they're going to moan and feel like, and complain, I feel low, no one's, but they don't say it. Women don't say, this is the thing, women don't say this, innit? But this is what they think, innit? Yeah. When they don't get attention from men, they have low self-esteem. That's why when women, say for example, a girl posts up a picture on Instagram or something like that, and usually, typically, she gets 500 likes or whatever, innit? If she posts up a picture on Instagram and she only gets 300 likes, or you're going to see less and less in that photo, if you get what I mean, yeah, to make sure she hits that 500 threshold. And so you got women out here moaning about men approaching them in the street and that, but then you're trying to make yourself look overly sexy, overly sexualizing yourself. Like, you cannot look a certain way and not expect men to approach you. Now, don't get it twisted. Man shouldn't be putting their hands on you and following you down the street. If you say no, then man should just keep it moving, innit? Yeah, find some other thing to talk to. Plenty of girls out here, innit? But there's no way that girls could be complaining that, you know, they're getting sexually harassed, i.e., man walking up to them and talking to them or whistling across the street or whatever, but then they dress in a certain way, or they want their ass to look big. What do you want your ass to look big for then? Someone explain that to me. Why a girl would want her ass to be bigger, but then she complains that she's getting sexually harassed when she walks down the street? That don't make no sense. But I remember one time in school, so imagine, you know, like, not like when you're in school. Well, I don't know what kind of school you lot went to, innit? But obviously, man went to a black school, innit? And like, the boy, I ain't gonna say me, because I wasn't involved, but anyway, the boys in my year group, and probably other year groups, which you can assume in that, they used to be a bit hands-on with the girls, if you get what I'm saying, innit? And the teachers must have clocked or something like that. And I think one time, they must have said it in assembly, innit? They probably publicly announced it. I'm sure it was my head of year. Said, anyone caught touching any girls, you're going to be arrested and they're going to slap you on the sex offenders register. That was enough for every man to keep them hands to themselves. But the thing is, the maddest thing is as well, yeah, there were certain girls in the year group who were egging man on. They weren't egging man on for us to interact with them, if you get what I'm saying. They were egging man on to start pulling out and, oh, let me see how big. Yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say? So they're just as bad. So they don't want to get touched by a man, but then you want man to be backing out there, yeah, trombone and that. But then you're gonna complain that boys are touching you up, man. So, and then girls in school used to flash and all that nonsense as well, and so yeah, man, I don't understand this business about these girls wanna complain about getting catcalled down the street, because the moment a girl stops getting attention when she walks down the street, her self-esteem is going to be on the decline. Any girls watching this right now, whether it's live or whether it's the replay or whatever, ask yourself this question. If you go out on the street, if you're used to, especially because if you're 2 out of 10, you ain't going to understand what this means. But if you're like a 7 or 8 out of 10 at least, or even maybe a 6, depending on how you dress, you're used to going out on the street and you're used to heads turning and the odd guy here and there approaching you, depending on what area you're in, innit? Yeah? If for a week or two that went down, and well, not went down, it went to an all-time stop, like it went to a complete stop, and man stopped approaching you or man stopped looking at you, you start to feel low. You start to feel low. Like sometimes I'm driving down the street and I see some girls dressed a certain way, and I'm thinking to myself, why is it appropriate for you to come out of your yard like that? Like, and these would be the same girls that complain that guys go up to them and approach them. They just want attention for no reason, man. Just want attention for no reason. But anyway, I'll talk about one, because this ain't gonna be a long live stream today, you know. I'm coming off at 10 o'clock, 110%. I gotta go running, so that's the most important thing. So yeah, I'll be off in like 50 minutes. And the reason why I'm making this live stream now is because I was gonna film this, but I thought, you know what, fuck it. Let me just do a live rather than film and say what I want to say on a normal video. I'll make a live stream about it. My days, I need to change that fucking thumbnail, man. Alright, so boom. So obviously it's the bank holiday weekend and that. So what day is today? Monday, innit? So 2 days ago we had Good Friday, innit? So we have Good Friday, that's a day off work. Saturday and Sunday, most people don't work. Monday, today, that's a bank holiday, innit? So you basically have 4 days off. And as you know already, a lot of shit. Well, obviously COVID, innit? But even pre-COVID, like a couple of years ago, and the Easter Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday, most things are shut. Even Friday, a lot of stuff is closed on Good Friday, but definitely Easter Sunday and Easter Monday, a lot of things are closed, isn't it? Now, I remember 4 years ago, 4 years ago to this time, yeah, not to this day, but to this time, 4 years ago was obviously the Easter break and that. This is when I first got my property in it, so I only had it for like 2 months at this time, because I got the property, this one here, on February the 2nd, 2017. So April, which was 2 months afterwards, it was the Easter holiday, innit? So I only had the property 2 months. So I came up here and I thought, all right, cool. Let me just check, because I always used to like to come up here every couple of weeks to check on the property and that, innit? So I came up here and I said, yeah, boom, I'm just going to spend the Easter holiday up here, innit? Blood, let me tell you something right now. When you don't have a lot going on, things to do on the side, that is a recipe to be bored out of your fucking brain and do nonsense, foolishness. So boom, so I came up here, this obviously 4 years ago, and like Good Friday, all right, maybe I had a little bit to do or whatever in it because I had to go shopping and clean up the house and that. But the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I was fucking dying. I was out bored out of my brain. And this is why men need to have things going on the side. You see, over this little weekend and that, like I've been so busy, it's unreal. Like Thursday night, I went down to my mum's yard in Edmonton. So I went down to North London, innit? Boom. Friday, picked up my motorbike, went home, rolled around on the bike for a little bit. And then Friday evening came up here, innit, yeah. Saturday and Sunday, I've been working in my flat that I got in it. Like literally working there from the morning to the night. Like turning up there. I remember Saturday and Sunday, turned up there from 9 a.m. and worked there till 9 p.m., about 8:30 or whatever, innit. You know how quick the time went? Like next thing you know, it's time to go home. Next thing you know, sunset. See, this time 4 years ago, I'm all in my yard, this house here, standing around because I didn't know what to do with myself. When you've got things going on, like you don't even have the need to have a girlfriend. If you're a guy watching this right now, when you got stuff going on, you don't even think about women. When you're busy, when you got stuff going on, you ain't got time to be doing foolishness. You ain't got time to be like, what's most people doing today? Pushing buttons on Netflix. If you're watching this right now or you're watching this in a replay, if today, which is Easter Monday, if you was bored in your yard pushing buttons on Netflix, you need to find things to do in your spare time. Like to the point where I had to come home early because I thought to myself, I want to do a little quick live stream. I ain't worked on my YouTube thing. I ain't made no videos in a little while. So I've got a few videos on private and that, but I ain't made a few videos in a little while. I'm missing out by working at my flat because I'm doing stuff. I'm busy. Now, them, we need to find things to do. Sorry. We need to make sure that we have hobbies. We need to make sure that we're pursuing stuff. We cannot be sitting around waiting for time to pass by. Like I know some older people, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know older people, like some older person came to my house one time and I said to them, do you want me to give you a lift home? And they said, no. Bearing in mind, like it's like 9, 10 o'clock. It's dark outside, it's late, it's even winter as well, so it's cold. Do you want me to give you a lift home? No, it's all right. I'll take the bus home just to kill time and that. Like, you shouldn't even want to be killing time. Like today, yesterday and the day before, I was begging for more time. I'm thinking there ain't enough hours in the day. Like, I'm getting up at like 9 o'clock. Well, I'm hoping to get up at 6 p.m., but I'm really waking up at 8:30 and that. Think to myself, fuck, I wish I got up 2 hours earlier so I can invest 2 hours more working on my little project, which is my house, renovating the house, remodeling the house and that. When guys don't have, and this is why people on the internet, they say men need to find a purpose. You need to find a purpose. Because if you don't, you end up wasting time, sitting down, talking on the phone to your friends, chatting shit, pushing buttons, watching Netflix, rewatching Top Boy series 3 again because you ain't got nothing else to do. Remember, there's only a certain amount of time you can go and check your friends, You can't be going to your friend's house 3 days in a row. They're going to think you ain't got no fucking life. Which is the case. Even me, I didn't even speak to my girl for like 2 days. Busy. 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 I used to hate when like times like these will come up as well. Like, because life always seems a bit dead. Life always seems a bit boring when you're on like a little Easter break and that when the country basically goes into lockdown, innit? This is pre-COVID times. This is years ago, innit? I never really used to like the Easter break because it just always felt long to me. And I never really had much to do on the side. Like, yeah, I'm on the right path, working, obviously, man, on a legit thing. I got a motorbike and I got taekwondo, but taekwondo's not going to be open. So I'm going to cancel that out. And there's only so many hours a day you can spend riding. All right, 2 hours a day you can spend riding and that. There's only so many hours in the day you can spend with your brethren or whatever. Because they might want to spend time with their girl, they might go to their parents' house, see their family, whatever. When you got a purpose in this world, when you're pursuing something, when you're building something, your time goes into that. You don't even worry about hanging around with friends and that. I thought to myself, when I was in the flat yesterday, I thought to myself, if we weren't in lockdown, which obviously there's certain people doing it now anyway, but if we weren't in lockdown and there was a barbecue going on, fuck the barbecue, fuck going to this person's house, fuck going to that person's house. I'd rather be here working. Like, just listen to that. A man would rather be working than chilling, relaxing, eating free food, having conversation. Do you know why? Because a man's got a purpose. A man's pursuing something. Men, we always need to be pursuing something. Women too, but more so for the man then. If you ain't pursuing something, times like these, Easter, during lockdown, you're going to be bored. You end up doing fucking drugs. Sitting there drinking alcohol. Man, for always be pursuing something, man. Telling you, I couldn't wait to get up in the morning. I was thinking to myself, nah, I need a bit more rest. Like my alarm's popping off at 6 a.m. Yeah, half an hour. And next thing I know, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, but you know, I needed that rest. Like to the point, like yesterday, I was vexed that all the hardware stores and that was shut because this is what, and this is the thing I don't like about the holidays as well, like Easter holiday and all that nonsense and that. It's almost like in the UK, when we got like a bank holiday or whatever, it's like the whole country goes into fucking lockdown. Now I'm talking about pre-COVID times as well. The whole country goes into fucking lockdown. So when I want to get on with stuff, I can't even get on with stuff because the whole country just feels like, oh yeah, everyone must go on a break and that. What they don't realize is there's people that want to do stuff, you know. There's men that want to do stuff. I'm driving around in my car and I'm seeing people like, you know, they're not even doing nothing. They're going out for a walk with their family. People are bored. Yes, Quincy, what are you saying? People are bored. People are bored, man. People are bored. I'm seeing man wash their car and stuff. People ain't got nothing to do. You think I had time to be washing my car? And people say, oh, yeah, man's just washing his car. When you got stuff going on, you ain't got time to be doing the little foolishness like washing your car and all of this. You're busy. Man like Tonio, we say Quincy and Tonio in the building, man. This ain't gonna be a long live stream. I'm literally coming off in like 30 minutes because I got to go running and that. But I thought, you know what? Let me just talk about, you know, because I know there's some people probably felt a bit lonely and bored today. Because I know 4 years ago I felt bored and lonely during the Easter break. This is when I first got this yard. And back then, like, yeah, doing well for myself, working, earning money, bought a property and that. But still, a man still needs to be pursuing something. A man still needs to have, when he has free time, he's investing it into something positive instead of doing foolishness, just chatting on the phone, doing drugs, drinking, watching Netflix. You should always be at a shortage of time. You should never want to have too much free time on your hands. If you have too much free time on your hands, that's a bad thing. And this is how a lot of people end up doing drugs and that. End up drinking too much alcohol. You've got too much free time on your hands. Me, I never have enough time. Like to the point where I'm like weighing up right now, or like I was a couple of hours ago, should I prepare my chicken for the next day. I'm thinking like, blah, I got so much to do. I got to finish off paperwork from work. I want to do this live stream. I want to relax, you know, because I've been working since like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. today. Yeah, man. You should never be in a position where you got too much time on your hands. You always want to be in a position where time is tight, because that means you're doing stuff, you're being productive. You got too much free time on your hands, you ain't being as productive as you can be. You should always be tight for time, man. But anyway, what you man saying? What you man say? Hopefully, this message is resonating with a lot of man. And again, when you're busy, when you got stuff going on, you're not worried about, oh, if you got a girlfriend or you ain't got a girlfriend, if you're single, whatever. You're busy. Yeah, it might be in the back of your mind subconsciously or whatever, innit? Yeah, you want a little bit of companionship and that. But bro, when you're fucking busy, you ain't got time for companionship. You ain't got time for that companionship. This is why a lot of single guys, and I've had it before, years ago, you have this emptiness, you have this void. So imagine you come home from work. Let's say you work from 8 or 9 a.m. until like 5 p.m. You get back home at 6. From 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. You're just bored. You have this void, this emptiness. What do? You fill that with doing drugs, alcohol, playing game, watching Netflix. When you're a busy man, when you've got a purpose in this world, when you're doing something productive and you're building towards something, that 6 to 11 p.m. is dedicated to building what you're building, or whatever. Like me, I'm fixing up my house, whatever, and it's or I do the YouTube to go, or write my book or whatever, innit? This Easter holiday, this Good Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday, the Easter Monday, that represents that 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., that void. Yeah, so if you're super bored over this little holiday or whatever, which I have been in the past, that's basically an extension of that lonely void that you have between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. And it's horrible. It's horrible, fam. It's horrible. Now, obviously, when I came up here 4 years ago, whatever, innit, obviously, I don't know anyone around there to be associating with anyone, innit, but like, I was going stir crazy because I didn't want to go back home because I wanted to spend a couple of days up here. I think the reason why I was up here as well, because I had one girl moving in. So I think that's why I had to be up here, because I had a girl moving into one of the rooms. So I had to wait for her. And she was like, oh, I'm either going to come this day or that day or something like that. So I had to wait for her or whatever, innit? But I was fucking bored out of my brain. That's because I didn't have no purpose. I weren't busy. Like, if I had my YouTube thing and I was writing my book, I would have no time to be standing around. Like, literally, a man would just, you just walk around the house, you look out the window and you're just dead. It's just dead. It's dead. So yesterday, man, and today I was really thinking like, yeah, I'm so glad I've got little projects to work on. I've got my YouTube thing to work on. I've got my book and that. I've got another book that I want to write and that. And oh yeah, that book will be coming out soon, guys. I know I keep saying it, but let me tell you where I am with that book. The book is finished. I just need to get someone to publish it. But me, I'm a man, and I do this a lot. I get to a stage with something which is like an acceptable stage, and then I leave and I don't finish things off straight away. I'll leave it for a little bit. So yeah, that's where I am with the book. Don't worry, I'll be coming out soon. And I just need to get someone to actually produce some copies of it, man. So yeah, that will be out soon still. But yeah, 4 years ago, if I had my YouTube thing going on, if my book going on, if I had another house to fix up and that, I wouldn't be bored. But because I had nothing going on, I was bored out of my brain. Never want to be like that ever again. So always be building to something, always be working on something. And then you don't end up wasting your time going on Tinder and all these dating apps to talk to girls, and they ain't gonna meet up with you or nothing like that, especially during these times. Girls, I'm assuming girls are using COVID as an excuse to not link up and that. which is in certain aspects, COVID can actually, this with all the shops and that shut, it can actually be a benefit to man them, because now you don't have to spend no money. Like I had a man send me a DM today, this morning, talking about how to proceed with one girl, and basically he was saying something along the lines of they went for a walk in the park. And I was thinking, what the fuck? But I thought to myself, oh yeah, I remember obviously all the shops are shut and that, innit? So they went for a walk in the park, and the girl isn't really being too responsive in regards to the text and that. So he might send a couple texts and that, it might be some short answers or whatever, and she's taking her time, whatever, and he used to go, how to proceed with that. And basically what he was saying was, she wants to meet up to go for another walk, but in between that time, she's not really wanting to text back and forth and that, which is a good thing. That means you're not spending your time having to talk to this girl. You're not spending your time having to try and keep her interested or whatever in between that time. So really and truly, she's actually doing him a favor, innit? But certain men don't see this. So he said, what do I do in that situation? And I said, listen, just whenever she responds to your text, just reply back. Don't reply back straight away. Leave it for a couple hours. Reply back in a couple hours anytime she responds to your text, whatever, innit? And just do that. Link up with the girl whenever you do. Let's say it's next week or whatever, innit? Yeah? But make sure you ask her back to your house or your flat or wherever you live. Now, I spoke to him before, so he's got his own property as well, because he was asking me about how to... he wants to know about renting rooms and that and how you should go about it. So, yeah, if you're talking to a girl or whatever, yeah, fuck all this going out on 7 dates and 5 dates and 10 dates and all this nonsense and that. Well, ask the girl back to your house on the first date, second date, third date, whatever, and ask the girl back to your house, and yeah, and don't go and meet up with girls somewhere in the middle of Timbuktu. No. If you're on a date with a girl, if you're linking a girl and she ain't been back to your house and you're planning to bring the girl back to your house, make sure you're somewhere close to you. Make sure you link up with the girl that's, a 10, 15-minute commute from your house or whatever, innit? Don't meet up with a girl an hour and a half away from your house and talk about, let's come back to my house or whatever, innit? No, make sure you're around the corner from your house, 10 to 15 minutes commute, either 10 to 15 minutes walk, 10 to 15 minutes bike ride, 10 to 15 minutes bus ride, whatever. And make sure you're commutable distance from your house. No one's got time to be traveling 2 hours to go back to your yard, because you should be trying to progress things, whatever. So if you go and link a girl, don't go and link a girl near her house, which is 40 minutes away from yours. That don't make no sense. Get her to meet you near your yard so you can bring her back and make sure it's between 10 and 15 minutes. Obviously, maybe a little bit longer, innit? Yeah, it don't really matter. But just a commutable distance, innit? You don't want to be going cross country just to come back to your yard, innit? Yeah, because halfway on that journey, my stomach hurts and that, so I want to go home. See you, bye. That's it. That's it, man. Like Mr. D back in the building. What you saying, man? What are you saying, fam? But yeah, so yeah, you good? Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let me see what you're saying properly. Actually, one second. Just a sec, people. Just a sec. 1 second. Oh yeah, in a situation like that. So basically, my man was saying, yeah, obviously, yeah, like she don't really want to. She's not really texting back too much, or whatever. And as I said before, you see a situation like that, like when you're setting a date with a girl, you have to look at like how compliant she is as well. Yeah. If a woman is not being compliant, she ain't coming back to your yard. That don't even make no sense. Yeah, a non-compliant woman is not following you back to your yard. So if you say, meet me here, if she's trying to give you a bit of pushback and that, and she's like, oh, I don't know, can't we go here? And, yeah, tell her no. Tell her no. Because if she don't, if she's being compliant, she will do what you're saying, basically, innit? Yeah. If you tell her come here, she should come here, innit? Yeah. If she really is following your program, she's gonna want to follow you back, innit? A man said, "How do you deal with women in the workplace?" Well, sometimes you should avoid dealing with women in the workplace. Now, I haven't had a bad experience really dealing with any women in the workplace, but apparently, if things go bad, you're fucked. But yeah, it's a situation like that. Like if you should know when you want to make a move on a girl at a workplace, well, really and truly, she will be making the moves on you. She'll definitely be trying to flirt with you or something like that. If you want to talk about approaching women in the workplace and that. So yeah, a situation like that, you should just proceed slowly, man. Trust me. Keep the personal business, keep personal and business separate. Obviously, there's man I've hooked up with gal from work and that before, and I didn't get no comebacks or nothing like that. But the thing about that is people are going to be up in your business anytime you like you can't be seen talking to that girl outside. You can't be seen eating lunch with that girl without anyone thinking, oh what are they going to do tonight and all that nonsense and that. Because as you know already, anyone been to work, like I first discovered it when I worked at home to Haringey. I thought when you reach a certain age, you mature and yeah, that's it. No. When you reach a certain age, that don't mean you're mature. Like when I went to Holmes Haringey and that was my first job, I realized these people are just grown up kids, gossiping, chatting shit behind people's back. I heard a noise, so I don't even know what that was. Chatting shit behind people's back and you just realize like adults don't really mature. They just kind of like age. They don't mature. So when you're at work and if you're dealing with girls, people are just going to be up in your business, man. People are going to be up in your business. And please believe, like, if you're at work and you get a girl that a lot of guys like, you're going to have haters. I had it one time, blood. Had got one girl at work, everyone's hating on man. And you know, I got the thing. Man played the game properly. You know, like, and this is the thing about women, which is funny. Women always want the guys that don't want them. I've seen it. I've seen a girl at work. Every man's throwing themselves at her. Everyone's throwing themselves at her. Here's me over here. Don't even look at the girl. Don't even pay the girl no attention. And then she's throwing herself at me. And yeah, I'm good looking, but there's other man there, no homo. Certain man there, certain man they're good looking as well, no homo. But me, it's not even that I played the game. I didn't even play no game. I didn't give a fuck. And I think that I didn't give a damn attitude, and that was attractive to her, and is attractive to a lot of women, and that. So women will at work. You don't need to move to no women. Women will come to you. And like I was saying to this guy on Instagram today, if you're getting in trouble with a woman, yeah, let's say, for example, a woman's being difficult, yeah, like a woman, she don't want to come back to your house or whatever in it, or whatever in it. She's not being compliant. She's not following your program. Let me tell you something about women. When a woman likes you, she's easy. When a woman wants you, she's easy. When a woman has an interest in you, I'm not saying all women, but most 90% of women, they don't put up no resistance, nothing like that. It's so easy. Wild go on, Dulce, David, it's so easy. They just fall into your lap. Literally. Literally. You have to get their head up out of your lap. Literally. Like, when a woman's onto you, when a woman likes you, when a woman wants to be with you, she's easy. And I really sat there because I was sending him a couple of voice notes going back and forth and that. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, I ain't really had no girls in the past who have really given me no trouble. Obviously, a girl still needs to test her boundaries and see if you're pricking that. Like I've had girls, I've had a girl on a date before. This is one of my exes as well. I remember we was in one place called what's that place in Angel Islet? Thai Square. One Thai restaurant. Yeah. One Thai, I was gonna say Vietnamese. Yeah, one Thai restaurant called Thai Square in near Angel Islet Station, innit? We're sitting at the table, and I must have called the waiter over. He came over, and I must have said something. I can't remember if it was rude or something like that. And he walked away. And she said, "Let me tell you something right now." I said, "Who are you talking to?" Like, man snapped in it. Obviously, I wasn't smiling at the time in it, but I was like, "Who are you talking to like that?" I was like, no. You can't be chatting to man like that, whatever. Yeah. Man, put her in her place. Even in the car when I was dropping her home, I can't remember, she said something. I said, "Listen, you can get out of the car right now, you know." Bro, you have to show these girls, you know, you mean business. So don't get it twisted. Not every single girl that you hook up with or you mess with or whatever is going to be like straight up easy and not give you no resistance or nothing like that. But I'm telling you, when a girl's interested in you, she makes herself available. When a girl's interested in you, she wants to talk to you. She wants to make herself available to you. She'll be compliant. She'll follow your program. If you say, especially because my man, the guy I'm referring to who met up with the girl for a walk, I don't know if he went to her or she came to him or they met right slap bang in the middle. But either way, let's say, for example, he probably went to her or whatever, innit? Yeah? The fact that he's organizing for her to meet up a second time, he should be able to tell her, all right, you come to me. If a girl say, no, I want to go here, and yeah, cancel the fucking date. Cancel the date. Man, we need to remember, we are in a leadership position. When we tell a girl something, they need to listen to us. If you don't want to listen to man, but keep it moving, find some other sucker. If I tell a girl, this is the time of the day, that is the time of the day. Don't be trying to reschedule or, I don't like that food. And, well, we ain't even going out for no meal anyway. But if I tell a girl, I had a girl one time, yeah, I never hooked up with this girl, never met this girl, nothing. I must have said to her, boom, there's one pub around the corner from my yard, isn't it? Because obviously, as I said 10 minutes ago, when you're meeting up with a girl and you plan to bring the girl back to your yard, don't go and meet the girl 40, 50 minutes away from your yard. Yeah, don't go and meet the girl near her house when you're planning to bring her back to yours. That don't make no sense. Meet the girl in a commutable distance from your yard, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, a decent commutable distance, whatever. Yeah. So I said to her, boom, there's a pub near my yard, innit? I've been there before, innit? So boom, yeah. Meet me here at, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever I told her, innit? Do you know what this idiot sent me back? She's like, can we go somewhere else? I said, why? What's the problem with this place? She's like, I don't really like the area. I said, what? I sent her a voice and I said, listen, it's my treat. If you want to come along, yeah, we can go for some drinks. If not, it's all right, we'll leave it, innit? Yeah. We'll listen to her response. Yeah, well, I'll let you know, innit? I need to see if I can find a babysitter or whatever, innit? Yeah. Well, as you can guess, we never went out on no date or whatever, innit? Yeah. That was a girl off of Tinder or whatever, innit? That's what I'm saying. Blood, you see on these dating apps, girls do not go on these dating apps a lot of the time to meet man. A lot of girls, this is why you can't get out on a date with some of these girls on Tinder and all this nonsense and that, because most of them is on a break from their boyfriend. And they want to talk to people and they want people to validate them and they want men to ask them out. Like, yeah, don't get it twisted. Girls get DMs and stuff, but it's more appropriate for men to ask a girl out on a date. And you know, if a guy's talking to you on Tinder, it's definitely because he fancies you or whatever, innit? So these girls will go on Tinder, they'll go on these dating apps just to talk to guys to feel desired. Because obviously, if they've been dumped by their boyfriend or they had a little mash up with their boyfriend or whatever, whether she's caused it or not, she might not be feeling that desirable at that moment in time because she's not talking to her boyfriend for over a week or two. So she needs to go and get it from somewhere else. So that somewhere else is either on a dating app or walking down the street in batty riders or whatever. And when guys come up to them and catcall them, this is what I'm saying, this don't make no sense, blood. Girls will go out of their way to get their bums enhanced, but then they don't want man to approach them on the street. Then they want to go on podcasts and all this nonsense talking about, I'm sexually harassed and that. Now, don't get it twisted. If a girl's walking down the street and you approach her, that's cool. But once she says no, brothers, keep it moving, innit? Keep it moving. Don't follow her down the street no more. Yeah. Definitely don't touch her. I'm not talking about touch her in an inappropriate way. Don't even try and touch her arm. Keep your hands off women. Yeah? Like I said earlier, like within the first couple of minutes during this live stream, God forbid a man touches a girl and gets slapped on a sex offenders register. You are fucked, blood. You get put on a sex offenders register. Nobody gives a fuck what you're on that sex offenders register for. Yeah, you're on that register, bottom line. Yeah, they just assume, oh, you're on there for that. And I'm sure if you're on a sex offenders register, it's for life. It ain't like 3 points, penalty points on your license. No, fam, it ain't that. It ain't that. I'm sure it's for life. I'm sure it's for life. That's what I said, in school, when man them were trying to be a bit overly hands-on with girls, and they said in my assembly in school, any guys caught touching any girls in school, you're going to be arrested and put on a sex offender register. Yeah, that was enough for man to keep their arms closed and not want to touch no girls and nothing like that. But again, like I said, the girls in my year group, they were egging man on. Asking man, pull it out, and I don't need to say what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm trying to say, yeah. Oh, let me see how big it is. I heard this and that. Egging man on. Man like Jerry Manning, what's going on, fam? I'm coming off in like 15 minutes, like 100%, because I've got to go running and that, so I'm not going to be on for too long. But yeah, they don't know what they want, man. They don't want to get harassed, and now obviously no one wants to be harassed, but they don't want to get approached by men because they say it's sexual harassment. But then they're gonna go and make an OnlyFans account. They're gonna get their bums enlarged. What the fuck for? I don't know. And then they're gonna take all these pictures and that so they could get pure heart eye emojis and DMs, and then they're gonna go on to Tinder and that, and not go out on no dates with no guys and that. All for attention. All for attention. All for attention, innit? That even you just looking at a girl, blood, that's attention, fam. You're basically saying, you're nice. You're nice. Think about it this way. Let me tell you something, yeah? You think, a look is just nothing. Yeah, like, it's just a look, it's just a look. No, it ain't just a look. It ain't just a look. Us guys, when we walk down the road, we don't have much girls turning their heads or nothing like that. But I guarantee you, if you walk down the road and every other girl, like not no old woman or not no old mum or not no 2 out of 10, but a young, healthy, just even like a 6 or 7 out of 10, average to nice girl, whatever, innit? Yeah, just a decent looking girl, nothing special. But if girls, every time you walk down the road, girls are turning their head and giving you the eye, bro, you'll feel like you're the fucking man. So you think, just giving a girl a look is nothing. No, it means something. Trust me, it means something. Because if you walk down the road as a guy tomorrow and every other girl that you walk past that was between average and good looking were giving you the eye, even ugly girls as well, furthermore, even like ugly girls were giving you the eye and turning their heads, and you'll think to yourself, yeah, I'm the fucking man. And that's exactly what women think when you look at them. Because don't think, you're the only guy that's looked at them that day. There's guys driving their car looking. Yeah, man riding on their bicycle looking. Man on them little scooter thing there looking. I've had it before. I'm driving my car and I'm looking straight ahead and I can see that the girl is looking at me to see if I look at them through my peripheral vision, I can see. Don't look at these chicks, man. Don't look at these chicks, man. But yeah, coming off in like 10 minutes, man. Keep getting all this fucking spam on my videos, you know. But yeah, so answering the space cowboy, how do you deal with women in the workplace? A lot of men will say don't, but just let them come to you, innit? Because they will. Women want what they can't have. So if you present yourself to be a challenge in that, you're not making a move on them, they will chase after you. Man, like so wagwan, fam. Trust me, it's been a long time, fam. The longest, but that's good. That's good. You're busy, man. Yeah, it's good, man. But yeah, so yeah, women in the workplace and women in general, but they make it easy for you if they want it, if they want you, innit? Yeah, women don't typically 90%, 95% of women, when they want something, they go for it. Yeah, they don't make things difficult for you, innit? If a woman's being difficult and that, don't really be too don't be too surprised if it don't go nowhere. I'm not saying give up, but yeah, man, don't really expect it to be materialized or anything like that. So what's Dawson Dave saying? I've given up on dating sites or dating apps. Too many catfish. Just approach them in public. Trust me, fam, man, yeah. I remember years ago, blood, before, listen, I didn't even know about these dating apps before, you know. Like, I just thought dating apps were for white people and teachers, blood. Yeah. Until I got back, like, hit 20 years old and that. Then I used the dating app and that. Before, like, obviously, before that, after that, during that, I was still approaching girls on the street or whatever, innit? But what I'm saying is, like, we should not be on fucking dating apps. Man, them, we should not be on dating apps. Yeah, that is sneaky, blood. Dating apps is sneaky. I'm not saying anyone who uses it is a neek. I'm not saying that I was a neek when I was using it, but it's sneaky. It's sneaky, but I even made a fucking snippet. You know when man cut up these live streams and put them on YouTube and that? You see black girls like from like ends, yeah, like the urban black girls and that. You know what I'm talking about, innit? Yeah, just the typical black girl that you know, innit? Yeah, not no nerdy black girl, nothing like that. The typical black girl that you know from the block. Yeah, let's say yeah, Jenny from the block, that type of black girl. You see when them black girls jump on dating apps, you know they're disgusted, you know. You know they say to themselves like, and they say to their peers and that, and they think like, it's got this bad. Like my dating life is so shit. It sucks so bad that I'm on a dating app. That's how they think, you know. That's how they talk, you know. Like when I was in school, like you think like when a man's 13, 14, 15, 16, even in college, did you think like I thought to myself, yeah, in 4 years' time, I'm gonna be on a dating app. Anyone said to me, I say, I'll slap you in your mouth right now. Disrespect. Me gonna be on a dating app. It's sneaky, blood. It's sneaky. I mean, obviously, if you're out on the road approaching girls and you're on dating apps, obviously you're gonna have more options, yeah, because you're gonna have the real world, which you encounter women, and then you're gonna have dating apps, which obviously, you know, you can meet women all over the country or whatever, innit? But man, this is sneaky, man. It's sneaky, innit? It's sneaky. And at the end of the day, right, you shouldn't even have time to be dating like 4 or 5 girls at once and that. You shouldn't have time to be. You think man could be dealing with bare girls here and then? Nah, man. Oh, busy man. Oh, busy man. Yeah, it is a yeah, like what man said. Man like inflated ego. You still there, you still there, you still there. See, this is what I like, when I see man that just maybe disappear for a little while and come back. That's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. Obviously, man know that certain people can't catch the live stream because they're busy and that. I get it, innit? But yeah, man, it's good to see that man still around, innit? It's good to see the reoccurring people, and like it would be bad, it wouldn't be good if I get this guy in, but then he disappears, and then always got new people coming into the stream, but no one's ever hanging around or whatever. Like that's the thing. Now, a guy can brag and say, "Yeah, man, I knocked down 20, 30 girls this year or whatever," innit? Yeah. And yeah, he'll feel good, like, yeah, I knocked down 30 girls this year, innit? Yeah. But I don't want to be Mr. Negative or anything like that. But if you've knocked down 30 girls this year, first and foremost, that means you probably had to talk to about 100 girls anyway. Yeah. You have to talk to about 100 girls anyway. Second of all, that means that you can't hold on, like, what's it they call it? Maintain a woman's attraction. Because who has got time to be meeting up with 30 girls in a year? Who's got time to be talking to 100 girls to get 30 girls? Furthermore, for you to even smash 30 girls, you need to fucking be meeting, be chatting to like 120 girls. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. So you ain't really good at maintaining a woman's attraction because who's got time to be going out on all these dates? But dating is fucking expensive, Dating is expensive, blood. So I don't know who's got time to be chopping down 30 girls or whatever, innit? Like that is time consuming. So yeah, if a man knocks down 30, 40 girls in a year, like some of these people claim to do, that means you ain't good at Jarena Star. You know what? You need to listen. You got a lot to say for yourself, miss. You need to come on. If I put the handle in the in the live stream, you're gonna come on. You're gonna come on the live stream because over the past year or so, you got a lot to say for yourself. Basically, like if you want to have a friendly conversation on this live stream, you can. If not, it's cool, innit? Yeah, but you got a lot to say for yourself, innit? So it'll be funny it'll be good if you come on still. But yeah, if a guy's dating 30 girls or whatever and sleep with 30 girls a year, but that means that he ain't got no skill at maintaining women. Who's got time to be going out on all these dates, 100 dates and all that nonsense? Nah, man, no one's got time for that business, man. You are not being successful if you've got time to be going out all these girls and checking all these girls and that. I don't even know where she is today. I don't even know. I spoke to her earlier. I don't even know where she is. Yeah, gal out there on these dating apps strictly for validation. All right, listen. I'm gonna put the handle in the chat. Yeah. Anyone want to call up for 5, 10 minutes? Yeah. Call up. If not, I'm coming off in 5 minutes because I gotta go running. Yeah, it's running day today, so I'm not gonna be in this live stream for long. What? No one coming in now. No one coming in now. A lot of people got a lot to say in the comment section and that, but no, I want to come on the live stream now. We'll come on one day, but really filthy young people. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind talking in the near future when I have more time. Yeah. That's cool. Hey, don't get tizzy. Man ain't trying to put it on no one, innit? Yeah. If man wanna come in or Gab wanna come in, come in. If not, it's cool, man. But I'll be off in 2 minutes because I need to come off this live stream. Innit? This is a real 2 minutes. This ain't a JY's 2 minutes, literally. Because like, I don't even want to go to work tomorrow, innit? And it's not because I don't like what I'm doing. I got stuff to do, man. I want to I got my flat to fix up and that. So it's just an ongoing project. And the reason why I like it as well, I'm a natural problem solver. That's why I like people asking me questions like, oh, I got this problem. How do I solve this problem? Like life issues and that, as well as like work issues and that. So like at this flat, because I'm an electrician, but I'm doing like tiling, painting, I'm fitting the skirting board on the floor. I'm doing all the different stuff, all the different work or whatever, innit? And obviously, I ain't a carpenter, so I'm coming across stuff. I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna get around this issue and that? So it's interesting. That's why I like to use my brain and that. Me, I don't like when things are just too simple. I like to use my brain and that. So yeah, it's frustrating fixing up this yard, but at the same time, it's quite interesting as well. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to take a few days off of work. Although I can, I'm self-employed. I just told I'm not coming in, but I still need to earn money at the same time. So, and my work is so flexible. Like I finish work some days at like 2:00, 1:30, certain times. I just have to come home and do the paperwork, but I can be in my yard by 2 p.m. But even when I finish at 2:00, I go straight over to the flat and I do work there, innit? Because I'm the only person, I haven't paid anyone to do any work at my yard yet. So it's just been me on my own doing the work and that. So yeah, well, I need to pay someone to come and change the bathtub and that. Yeah, I'm going to get someone to change the bathtub. But other than that, most of the stuff I'm doing on my own. So yeah. Yeah, so I've got a new little contract that I'm on. So basically what I do is I go into people's houses, so like council houses, I go into people's houses and I test their electrics. Hold on a minute. What's this about? Jay, what happened to the live stream video of you going on a rant on why men are weak in today's society? What are you talking about? I don't remember that. I'm trying to think what you're saying. But yeah, yeah, Tonio, just expand on that, innit? Yeah, so Tonio, explain that. Like, when was that live stream, or when did I say I was going to do a live stream about that? Because I probably said something about that recently, but I can't remember, innit? So you're gonna have to refresh my memory, innit? But yeah, so I bought a flat the other day. Well, I completed on a flat the other day. Like, this was going on for a while, innit? And eventually I completed. When was it? Yeah, beginning of March, I think. Yeah. First week of March, I got the keys for it. So that's been going out there like every 3-4 days. Some days I'll go there like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I might not go there for about 3 or 4 days or whatever, innit? Oh yeah. The one with like Jodeci and that. Yeah. Yeah, Jodeci and that. Yeah. So yeah. So that live stream, I think they shut it down, you know. I got a YouTube shadow ban. I think they shut it down because basically they allow all copyright strikes and all that nonsense and that. So yeah, I think they shut it down, or I'm sure like the screen went black or some kind of foolishness like that, whatever in it. Yeah, that was a funny live stream still. Yeah, I think quite a few people enjoyed that one, but yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. What you saying? Tony? Is it not live? Is it not on public? Or they removed it? I can't even remember what happened to that live stream. Coming off in 1 minute, yeah. So you lot leave your last comments and that, and I'll be off. I need to go running now. So how's AY London leaving? AY London, get your backside into this live stream. How's a man leaving comments on an old live stream, the live stream that I done a couple days ago, but he's not in this live stream? That don't make no sense, fam. But anyway, it don't matter now because I'm coming off now, innit? Yeah. So yeah. All right, yeah. So they must have removed it then. Yeah, they must. YouTube must have removed it. It's because of all of that all the videos I used in it, so like all like copyright and all that nonsense in it. But anyway, you man, I'm out. This is just gonna be a quick live stream today. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.